I got to meet friends, Russian friends, in a Christian environment that will be friends for a lifetime. It's an experience that only MKs can have, and it's totally different from just growing up in a regular American life. It's hard to explain what an MK really is, or what the experience of an MK really is, because it's just so different from the regular American life than just a regular American public school. I grew up in Russia for 5 years. I went to Russian school for 2 of those 5 years, and I definitely, I just had the greatest time of my life. Having Mr. Wiley as our chaplain in school was really good because he had Bible studies for us, and he wanted to be our mentor and a spiritual guide for us. He also he loved to hang out with us too. He loved to hang out with the guys and just have fun with us. Having him as chapel was just an amazing experience.
Hi, my name is Tina, and I've grown up in Russia my whole life. I've gone to Hinkson 10 of those years, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it means to be an MK. Being an MK, lots of people ask me if I'm Russian, and I'm not Russian, even though I've grown up there my whole life. And at the same time, even though I'm an American, I don't really feel like an American. I feel like a mix between 2 cultures. And something that I love about being an MK is the ministry I've been able to have. I think that's something that's really unique. I've been able to see a different culture and a different culture's needs. And I've also not only been able to see the Russian culture, but a lot of different cultures. And I feel like God has just really given me a vision just to be there and help other cultures, and especially for Russian teenagers, Russian kids my age. Even though we're different and we come from 2 different cultures, God's really showed me how we're similar. We're all teenagers, we go through the same things, and that's something that I have really enjoyed being an MK, is because I've been able to reach out to other Russian teenagers and to show them God's love. The chaplain position at Hinkson was a fairly new role, and Mr. Wiley, or Tim, was the first person that did that role. And I was really excited personally for that to come, because none of us in Moscow, we don't really have a youth group that we can go to. And so Tim was like our youth pastor, and someone we could go to who wasn't, I love our teachers, and our teachers were great, but they were there for us to learn, and they loved, to have relationships with us. But Tim was there to establish those relationships and to make sure that we were growing spiritually, and we could go to him with questions we had. And his first concern were our spiritual and just like relationship needs. And it was so great for me personally to have him there, and also for Allie. They both were there for us students. They were pouring into us, and it was something that we really needed, because our parents were involved in Russia. A lot of our parents were involved in Russian churches, and churches that didn't give a lot to us. We were putting a lot into it, and to having them putting into us, and to making sure that we were growing spiritually, and just providing for us, for praying for us, meeting and having coffee with us, and for providing things like going on a mission trip to Uganda, doing different service communities, being able to go to English camp and work with high school students, and even to get involved in chapels and different leadership roles. I knew that was really cool, and something that they encouraged us to do and to get involved in. And they would just sit down and just want to get to know us and the struggles that we were going through as MKs, as teenagers. And so that was really special to me to have. Even though we didn't have a youth group, he established a kind of youth group and community in our school that we hadn't had before. We just want to thank you for sending Tim and Allie to us, and by sending them there, you're investing in our lives at Hinkson. And we also just want to thank you so much for praying for us and for wanting to be involved in our lives, and I can't tell you how much of a difference it's made.